This is McKinnish Park. Okay, I'm going to switch back to 2302. Which one is it? I can just see one for sure. Yeah, news said it had been up to 3, but we could just see him working on 1 right there. All right, Skyforce.